If the police post on Facebook and nobody sees it because of how the social media platform operates, how do you stay safe? Valley News Team's Bradford Eric asks, is Facebook the safe crime fighting tool it once was?
You log on to your Facebook account, scroll through your news feed, and maybe like or share a post or two. But behind your computer screen, the folks at Facebook are tweaking things, wanting the over 1 billion users to generate the content, not entities like the news media or even the police.
It's something we think about all the time, which is why we try to find positive, engaging posts to kind of fill that space in between when we have something that we really need people to be able to see.
But while tips have come in through the platform, let's look at 2 recent posts. Just last week, a man allegedly touched 2 children at Lindenwood Park. The post only got 20 shares. Yesterday, a post about a high-risk sex offender. Again, only 15 shares. That's out of nearly 25,000 people who like the page.
Law enforcement throughout the country and throughout the world, they understand that this is where they need to be, and this is where things are happening. This is where detectives are solving crimes.
So is it really working as it should? Police say yes, because this is where people are interacting. But instead of out on the street, it's the digital public world instead. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
As an example of law enforcement taking to social media, this surveillance video was posted today by the Becker County Sheriff's Office. It's video of a burglary suspect at Lakes of Coffee and Liquor in Lake Park, Minnesota. Deputies say the burglary happened overnight, July 31st. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. We have new information tonight on a Fargo man accused of touching kids at a Fargo park last week. Sexual assault charges are not being pursued against Cecil Gali. Instead, he faces 2 counts of disorderly conduct. Ryan Youngren with the Cass County Prosecutor's Office says the context of the case played a major role in the decision. After reviewing the photos, 911 calls, and witness statements, Youngren says a sexual assault charge was not appropriate. We also have new information on a stabbing death south of Monoman. A man found dead in a home on Friday died of a stab wound to the upper leg. Sheriff Doug Creer says he bled to death. Creer identifies the victim as John Rock of Minneapolis. He was 43. The Sheriff's Office and the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension are investigating. Police say foul play is suspected, so if you have any information concerning this death, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Office. Thunderstorms have been firing up and around our viewing area this afternoon. Let's find out if we have anything to worry about for tonight. Here's meteorologist Robert Hahn with a look at first weather. Robert?
Yeah, we still have a few showers and storms out there, less numerous than they were a couple of hours ago. And so temperature-wise, mostly in the 80s, but some rain-cooled 60s and 70s over in parts of Minnesota. 83 right now here in Fargo, 85 up in Grand Forks. Winds have been light and variable, but strong and gusty in and around any of those thunderstorms. And there they are on the satellite. You can see them popping on up, the brighter white clouds primarily off towards the east and the southeast underneath those clouds. We did have some strong storms, a severe storm approaching the Brainerd area. We do have one small little storm now entering northern Cass County. We'll continue to watch that. That could impact the Fargo-Moorhead area, but I think that will stay just off to our west. As we head through the rest of the evening here in Fargo, I think that storm stays to our west, and temperatures falling from the upper 70s into the mid to low 70s by 9 o'clock. Another cool night tonight, a warm day, and a quiet day on your Wednesday, but more storms to talk about on that 7-day forecast, and we'll detail that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Robert. Good news in the search for a stolen boat. Police found the boat, but they're still looking for the people who took it. The boat and its trailer had been missing since late July. It was found in Cass County near Maple Dam, which is just northwest of Hector International Airport. They're still looking for this Dodge pickup and the people who may have been in it when the boat disappeared. Now, if you have information on either, you are asked to call the Fargo Police Department. The State Patrol has identified the driver who died in a Becker County crash as a man who spent his career protecting the people of Fargo. Troopers say 64-year-old Stephen Balstead of Fargo died after suffering a medical emergency while driving. He was a longtime Fargo firefighter who retired in 2014 as an assistant chief. The crash happened on Highway 10 near Lake Park yesterday. His car hit a pole in the ditch and jumped over the approach. Balstead's wife was in the car and is expected to be okay. Friends and family will gather Saturday for the funeral of former Red Hawks pitcher Jake Labor, who died on Sunday. Services will take place this Saturday at Salem Evangelical Free Church in Moorhead. Visitation is from 10 to 11 a.m., followed by the funeral at 11. A cause of death has not been released. His obituary says Labor was recently diagnosed with cancer and had finished his first week of treatment. The Red Hawks general manager says Labor was as dependable as they come. The Red Hawks will have a moment of silence before Friday's series opener. As the months tick down to November and Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton inch closer to the White House, a new survey shows voters aren't excited about either candidate. The latest NBC Survey Monkey poll shows both Clinton and Trump are plagued by low favorability ratings. 59% view Clinton unfavorably and 64% hold negative views of Trump. Only 11% of those surveyed view Clinton as honest and trustworthy, while that number goes up for Trump to 16%. Overall, Hillary Clinton leads Donald Trump by 9 points, 50 to 41%. When Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson and the Green Party's Jill Stein are added to the choices, Clinton's lead drops to 6 points over Trump. The Minnesota State Fair is upping security this year to include bag checks at all entry gates. Bags, purses, coolers, and packages will be subject to search at each of the 11 entrances. Organizers have also adjusted safety procedures in several other areas. That's including security staffing levels, vehicle access, traffic management, and video. These are the first major adjustments the State Fair has had since 2002. If you're looking for a parking spot in downtown Fargo, some changes are happening. The parking lot to the east of City Hall, the Civic Lot, is now closed. A temporary lot just opened in the area west of City Hall and south of the Civic Center. There are 37 public parking spaces available. You can get there through the library's parking lot entrance on 4th Street North. The outside looks nearly complete, but the inside, the new Sanford Medical Center, there's still plenty of construction happening. Crews are working on finishing flooring and drywall and starting to paint in some areas. Floors are being finished from the bottom up, so once a section is complete, it stays clean and new until Sanford can move equipment and employees in. The nearly $500 million project is on budget and should open on time.
And Sanford will be opening in July of 17. They've got a time where they need to move their equipment in and get their people oriented with the building. So we are on schedule.
Mortensen Construction is still set to hand over the building over to Sanford early next year. One local family got a big surprise over lunch today, filling more than just their stomachs, but their hearts. Valley News Team's Christy Larson was there for the tearful reunion.
These are our best friends. You want to go for pizza? Absolutely. Uncle Mattio's? Absolutely.
A pizza party over lunch is a good way military families lean on friends when communication with loved ones is short and far between.
We're so connected with everything right now electronically. So when we have 3 weeks or 4 weeks without any communication, that's pretty tough.
You know, you don't have that instant communication, and that's the hardest. And then the best thing is the middle of the night phone calls when he was in Singapore, 3 a.m. Okay, we'll have a chat.
It was very difficult just because my job is very demanding, being working on a flight deck. So we don't have as much free time as some of the other people on the ship.
So for a fun family,
We are a family full of surprises and pranks.
Petty Officer Jackson Owings pulled one on his parents.
Hey.
Oh my God!
Hi.
Oh my gosh!
Being with each other for the first time since Christmas.
So Mom, I just want you to know I'm having pizza today.
And because it wasn't his first time surprising his parents, it probably won't be his last.
Oh my goodness! And these guys were part of that as well. They
Yes.
were part of that surprise. And
Maybe we should not have any more lunches with them.
no, they bring good surprises.
Christy Larson, Valley News Live.
Petty Officer Owings will be home for about 2 weeks. He says he's looking forward to jet skiing and spending some time at the family cabin.